Let's get started. Okay, so let's get started for tonight. So sabi natin, our topic for today is how to price our low-carb baked goodies. Okay, so I'm not so sure kung meron ilan sa inyo na talagang nagbebenta na o nagsisimula ng magnegosyo ng low-carb, di ba? But similarly, if you're already into business, no, and if you're selling anything, I'm sure na mayroon ka na ring background, no, kung paano magpresyo ng mga items na binibenta. Okay, but basically for tonight, I want to focus on, of course, low carb. And me personally, I've been in the business since 2019. Okay, so we've been in this business and we've been selling yung ating mga low carb baked goodies, which in my case, syempre, ako rin po at kami rin po yung nagbe-bake. Kasi iba yung reseller ka, kumukuha ka sa iba at binibenta mo, at iba rin yung sarili mo. Okay, so sa pag-uusapan natin ngayon, bilang business owner, at mismong yung pagbe-bake, no, yung from zero, raw materials, lahat ay galing sa atin. So, yan po yung pag-uusapan natin on how we're gonna price our baked items. Okay? So, basically, pricing our low-carb goodies. Okay. So, actually, meron na po akong ni-launch, no? Pinost na rin dito, part 1 ng pricing and costing. I'm not so sure lang kung napanood ninyong lahat. Okay? But that's the basic, actually. That's step 1. Okay, step 1, list all your ingredients. So, of course, we're talking about low-carb baking ingredients. Okay? Make a list of them. Mamaya papakita ko po yung list ko sa inyo para maging klaro po sa inyo. Okay. No, para po maging klaro sa inyo. So, first and foremost, take a list of all your low-carb baking ingredients. No? So, for example, you have the coconut flour, you have the almond flour, you have the sugar blend or erythritol blend, you have the coconut oil, etc., etc. Basta lahat ng iyong baking ingredients. Okay? And then, of course, list the quantity. Okay. So, basically, yun yung unang-una mo talagang gagawin. Okay, so, syempre, as a business owner, gusto mo di ba, magbenta, kailangan maging malinaw na sa'yo na, okay, kailangan ko pala ng list of ingredients. Alright? So, now, list also the quantity. Pag sinabi po nating quantity, ay gaano karami. Okay? So, una, okay, alright. Ulitin ko po, list of your ingredients. Okay? And then, of course, quantity, pwedeng halimbawa, coconut flour, 1 kilo. Okay? So, lagyan mo lang yan ng quantity. And then, of course, the ingredient cost or yung presyo mismo ng pinagbilhan mo ng iyong ingredients. Okay? So, mamaya magpapakita po ako sa inyo ng table kung paano ko ginawa yung aking listahan. Okay? Para po maging malinaw sa lahat. So, una, make a list of all your low-carb baking ingredients. On the next column, yung quantity. For me, personally, I do by the kilo, like 1 kilo, 1 kilo, or 500 grams, 100 grams. And then on the third column, okay, now you're gonna list down kung magkano mo siya binibili. So, dito po nagkakaiba-iba talaga sa costing. Kasi unang-una, depende sa supplier mo. Saan ka kumukuha. Okay? And then, depende din sa bulk, di ba? Kasi minsan, may mga suppliers tayo na pinagkukunan that they give discounts. If you buy, let's say, at least 10 kilos of coconut flour or 10 kilos of almond flour. So, mas bumababa yung presyo, tama? So, doon tayo magkakaiba-iba ng presyuhan. Okay? So, doon po. So, list all the presyo, okay, the prices of your ingredients. In fact, if you list the price of your ingredients, pwede mong isama na dyan yung delivery fee or delivery cost. Okay? So, syempre kasali yun, di ba? So, it matters. Pero, pwede rin yung delivery fee mo, i-add mo na lang yun sa other expenses mo later on. Okay. Now, again, list your ingredients. Second, list the quantity per ingredient, per kilo ba, per 100 grams ba. And third, okay, you list the price of your ingredients. Okay? So, once you do that, then that's the time, eto na, mathematics na tayo. Pero ang maganda, like ako ha, I am really not a numbers person. And nako, pag sinabi mo ng mathematics sa akin, parang nawiwindang na ako. But then of course, everything is available online. O diba? Matutulungan po tayo ng mga online natin, okay? Resources natin. Okay. So, basically, okay, eto na. Kukunin ko lang to para mapakita ko sa inyo yung aking table. Okay, so, anin ko lang, I'm sure naririnig nyo naman yung boses ko. Okay, ayan. Alright? So, meron akong ginawa. Actually, kanina ko lang to ginawa kasi baka pag pinakita ko talaga yung table ko, ako lang makakaintindi. Okay, so basically, okay, column A, I have the ingredients, and ang nilist down ko lang is from our new recipe, which is the chocolate donuts na pinost ko kanina. And then, second column ko is yung weight. Okay, so I'm gonna calculate this by the kilo. Okay, erythritol blend by the kilo, butter by the cup, cocoa 500 grams, egg white powder, eggs, baking powder, salt. So, eto po, ginawa ko lang muna yung ingredients ng ating chocolate donuts, no, yung cookies and cream donuts ko, which I posted earlier. Okay? Now, on the third column naman is magkano yung bili ko sa kanila. So, for example, coconut flour 1 kilo, ang bili ko is 95 pesos. 1 kilo of erythritol blend, 8.99, 98. So, mga approximate ko lang po yan. No? So, yan. Alright? So, nakita nyo na po siya. Now, ang next po na gagawin natin is to divide them, no, per gram. Okay? So, kung nakuha mo, for example, lang, si coconut flour is 95 pesos per kilo. Ilang grams ang isang kilo? Okay? So, 1,000. So, divide mo siya. Makukuha mo na siya per gram. And then, ayan na. Magdi-divide na tayo. Alright? So, okay. Balik ko lang sa aking pagmumuka. Okay, so, basically, okay, doon sa table natin, importante na makuha mo talaga yung presyo. For example, coconut flour. Okay, that's 95 pesos lang per kilo. So, divide mo into 1,000, then you get 0.95. And then, per cup, ilang grams meron. Half cup, ilang grams meron. Doon mo imumultiply, okay, yung iyong per gram na presyo. Importante yan kasi magpepresyo nga tayo ng ating per recipe. Okay? So, actually, pag meron kang kakilala or marunong ka maglagay ng mga formula sa Excel mo, madali nang ilagay lahat yan, which I have na sa previous sheets ko. At pag nakita nyo, baka mawindang kayo no, sa mga numbers. Pero, automatic na siyang nagko-compute. Okay, so now, ganun din sa ating mga other ingredients. For example, butter, diba? Per gramo siya. And then, meron naman pong equivalent, no, online. So, for example lang, ilang grams, no, yung 1 cup of cocoa powder. Ilang grams yung 1 cup of sugar or erythritol blend. Okay, minsan po kasi, pag tiningnan mo na yung per gram nila, nag-iiba-iba sila. Kasi depende talaga dun sa klase nung dry ingredient natin or even yung ating butter or yung ating wet ingredient. Okay, so yung po yung kino-consider doon. Kaya ako, nagbe-base na lang ako sa, search ko na lang siya, Google ko na lang siya. So ilang grams meron ang half cup coconut flour, ilang grams meron ang 1 tablespoon of egg white powder, or 1 tablespoon or 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, diba? So, marami naman po tayong makikita dyan na mariresearch nyo kagad per gram. Ang importante lang is yung costing natin. Okay? So again, meron po tayong table ng ingredients. And then per weight, for example, 1 kilo. And then yung presyo mo, i-divide mo into how many grams? Okay? So 1,000 grams per kilo. And then tsaka mo siya i-multiply kung ilan yung kailangan mo sa isang recipe. Alright? So now, okay, balik ko po. Okay, so now we're talking about our cream cheese, yung cookies and cream chocolate donuts, which I posted earlier. So, kunin natin yung recipe ng chocolate donuts without the frosting, yung donuts lang mismo. And I came up with this costing. Okay? So, eto, okay, wait lang. Ayan. Okay. Eto, alright? Eto yung ingredients ng ating chocolate donuts. So, the coconut flour, nandiyan naman po yung ingredients natin kung ilan yung kailangan natin, diba? Erythritol sugar blend, yung ating butter, yung ating unsweetened cocoa powder, egg white powder, etc. Minultiply ko na po siya dito. Okay, multiplied na siya dyan kung ilang grams, do sa table kanina ng recipe, kung ilang grams yung kailangan natin dun sa mismong isang buong recipe. Alright? So, okay. Let me check again if I have the recipe here. Pero, I already posted the recipe earlier. Okay. Ayun. Okay. So, pakita ko lang po. Ulitin ko po. Okay. So, yan po yung recipe natin na pinost ko. So, 1/3 cup coconut flour, erythritol blend, cocoa, etc., etc. Alright? So, based on these ingredients, dun po tayo nagbase dito. Yung measurement ng ingredients natin. And since may table na po tayo, kung magkano, okay, sorry. Ayan. Kung magkano po yung coconut flour natin per cup, per gram, ayan. Okay, so dyan po natin kinuha yung computation ng ating chocolate donuts recipe. So, for the entire recipe, ang cost po niya, okay, is 164.50. Okay. Ulitin ko doon sa chocolate donuts recipe po natin, okay, ang cost po niya is 164.50. So, sabihin na natin, i-round off na natin ng 165. Alright? Now, nung ginawa natin yung buong recipe, okay, ang tanong ngayon, ilan yung yield? Pag sinabing yield, ilang donuts yung magagawa or nagawa? Okay? So, looking at what I did earlier, na ginawa ko siya, per recipe, I came up with 8 donuts. Ngayon, syempre, depende to sa mold natin, depende to sa timbang natin. So, maybe you use a smaller silicone donut pan, you use a bigger silicone donut pan. So, I really don't know, diba? Kung ano yung mold na ginamit natin. So, basically, depende ngayon. So, ako na lang, mag-base na lang po tayo sa ginawa ko, which, ang yield ko is naging 8 pieces. So, balik tayo kanina. 164.50 yung cost nung donuts ko, nung recipe na yon. So, sa 164.50, i-divide mo ngayon siya sa 8. Tama? Kasi 8 yung nagawang donuts eh. So, 164.50 divided by 8, ang cost ng isang low-carb chocolate donut is 20.50. Cost lang po to 20 pesos and 50 cents. Wow. Diba? Sabi niyo, wow, mura pala ng donut, ano? Ba't ang mahal-mahal ng bili ko ng low-carb donut sa labas? Okay? So, come to think of it, ang cost is 20.50. Cost pa lang yun. Okay. So, dahil nag-costing na tayo at cost pa lang ng ating baked product, ano na ngayon yung pwede nating i-include para dun sa selling price natin? Yun na ngayon yung big question. Paano natin siya pepresyohan? Diba? Kasi what are the other factors involved no? Para ma-consider na makasama siya doon sa selling price. Plus, syempre, dapat kumita tayo. Right? So, syempre, what are the factors? Syempre, una, shipping cost ng mga supplies natin, delivery fees, diba? Utilities, paggamit mo ng kuryente, ng tubig, etc. You have the equipments, diba? So, syempre, hindi naman to business class. So, sinisiplihan ko na lang. Okay, so you have the equipments as well, diba? Yung mixer mo, yung tools mo, tools of trade mo, yung ginagamit mo. Kasi syempre, may wear and tear yan, diba? Yung mixer mo, syempre, sa tagal na gamit mo, pwede ring maluma, masira. Yung oven mo, yung lahat ng mga ng baking equipments mo and tools. So, kasali rin yun, diba? And then, of course, kung may staff ka pa, may tagahugas ka ba, may assistant baker ka ba, diba? May messenger ka ba, etc., etc. Siguro sa umpisa, dahil nagsisimula ka pa lang, ikaw na yung all around. So, nakatipid ka. Pero syempre, yung sarili mo, diba? Kailangan bayaran mo na yung sarili mo, yung labor mo, yung pagod mo. Paano kung nagkasakit ka, etc. And then, of course, another factor, rental. If you're renting the place, no? Lalo na kung magtitinda ka, magpuput up ka ng physical store. And then, you will include also the packaging. Diba? So, packaging, another topic na naman yan. Pero, packaging, gaano ba kabongga, kasosyal ang gusto mo sa packaging mo? Doon sa per piece mo na chocolate donut, it's 20.50 per donut. Diba? But then, yung packaging mo, gusto mo bonggang box, bonggang clamshell, may ribbon, etc. Plus the labels, the sticker, ayun, kasali na yon. And then aside from the packaging materials, of course, yung marketing cost mo rin, diba? Kasi at this time, kailangan mo ring i-market ang sarili mo at ang produkto mo. So, social media, nagmamarket ka pa dyan, okay, sa Facebook, sa Instagram, etc. So, nagbo-boosting ka ba? Kasi kailangan mong ipakilala ang sarili mo. So, may marketing budget ka dapat or marketing cost na tinatawag. Okay? May marketing expense ka. And then, of course, let's just say lang, you don't have a physical store, pero gusto mo merong third party to promote you. So, in our case, okay, we had Foodpanda, we have GrabFood. So, meron din pong cost yun. Okay? To be a merchant of these third-party channels, may commission din sila. So, kasama yun sa markup mo. Diba? Kasi, hindi pwedeng, nag-markup ka nga, kala mo, ikaw lang kumita, yung commission nila, kasali yun. So, i-consider mo yun. Okay? So, ang dami pala i-consider. Yes, of course, kasi nga, negosyo to. Pero, it's a rewarding business din naman. Okay. So, having said that, ang tanong ngayon, Coach, so, ano ba talaga yung may fix ba na markup percentage? No? Para lang may ballpark figure ako na paano ako magko-costing ng product ko. Well, what I can share with you are two percentages that you can work on. Okay? Kasi, depende pa rin to sa skill mo, tsaka sa galing ng ginagawa mo, and, syempre, and all other factors. Okay. So, basically, ang standard talaga, and karamihan talaga nagsasabi, of course, karamihan, how to do costing or how to price your baked products is normally at 200%. So, meaning, cost plus 200%. Na, mako-cover na ni 200% yung other expenses mo, no? Plus, may profit ka pa. Okay? Another naman is, I started with 130%. Okay? It really depends on you. Okay? So, on my end, at this time, nandito pa rin ako sa 130 to 150%. Though ang standard is, not really standard, but most, okay? Most na nasa food industry, especially sa bakery products, ay gumagamit ng 200%. Which is safe na to say na at least ma-cover mo na yung cost mo, at the same time, may profit ka. Okay? So now, let's check this out. Okay? So, syempre kinumpute ko na to para sa inyo, diba? Para madali. Okay? Okay. Sorry. Yan. Okay. So now, I hope this is clear. As mentioned earlier, nandito po tayo sa per piece ng donut natin is 20.50. If and only if we will use, okay, the 200% markup, that means you have to multiply by 3. 20.50 multiplied by 3, that's 61.50 per donut. Sa 130% naman na markup, 2.3 multiplied by 2.3, that's 47.15 per donut. Okay? So, basically, if you're gonna use the 200%, yung donut mo na 20.50 ay nagiging 61.50 na siya per donut. Okay? Actually, in fact, maliit pa rin pala yun. Goods na pala ang ginagawa ko. Okay, bakit? Kasi, I'm selling this donut. Siyempre, ito kasi, chocolate donut lang ha. Wala pa yung cream cheese frosting. Okay? So now, I'm selling this donut. So, sige, maging transparent ako sa inyo. 2 pieces at 190 pesos. Okay? 190. So, that means per donut ko is 80 pesos. Okay? Kasi may frosting pa siya. And then, may cupcake liner pa siya. Meron pa siyang clamshell. At nasa Grab food siya. So, goods. Good na pala yun. Okay. So, now, okay, hold on. I'm just gonna check out my file here. Doon sa mga nahihirapan, okay, actually may nakita ako eh. Okay. Sorry. Meron pong tinatawag na markup online calculator. Ayun. Which I tested earlier. And free naman siya. Yun. Okay. So, pakita ko lang sa inyo. Search nyo na lang, no? Ayan. Meron po tayong tinatawag na, ayun, online markup calculator. So, balik lang ako. Kanina, 20.50. Okay, for example, ang cost ng donut mo, sorry, okay, hawak ko kasi itong camera, is 20.50. Okay. Markup mo, sabihin na natin, is 200%. Okay? 20.50 mark, oh, tama, 61.50. Sabihin pa niya sa'yo, profit mo is 41 pesos. Meaning, sa 41 pesos, dyan papasok yung costing mo, ima-minus mo yung expense mo, and then doon na natin makikita magkano na talaga per donut yung kinita mo. Okay, so there's an free online markup calculator. Alright? Okay, so kung medyo feeling nyo na medyo mabilis to, then you can always replay this broadcast. Okay? So, again, based dun sa ating recipe ng chocolate donuts, kinosting natin siya. Syempre, wala pa yung frosting. And then, ang naging cost niya is around 165 pesos, the entire recipe. And then, we divided it into our yield, which is 8 pieces or 8 donuts. So, 20.50 yung naging cost. And then, that's the time you will multiply. Sorry. So, again, it's safe to say that you can multiply it by 3 times 3, which is 200% markup. Or, nung nagsisimula ako, 2.3, which is 130% markup. And both are safe. Even if you do 200%, it is still safe because you have all the other expenses na mako-cover nung markup mo. Okay? Now, having said that, I know this is just a very, very quick tutorial. Magkakaroon din po tayo ng Q&A, no? Question and answer, pero tingnan natin kung kaya ko sagutin lahat. Okay? For about 10 minutes. But before I move in, doon sa question and answer. Okay? Again, review nyo lang, no? Balikan nyo lang, at magkaroon din lang kayo ng table ng lahat ng inyong mga ingredients para mas madaling mag-refer. Okay? And then, Kung merong marunong sa Excel, paggawan nyo na po ng formula. So, pakita ko lang sa inyo. Ito po yung table ko na since nung araw pa. Okay? So, this is my table. And then, mga ingredients. Siyempre, nagbabago po yung, yung costing. Okay, sorry, liit, no? And then, ayan po yung dati, yung per recipe ko, egg pie, choco marble loaf, CBN loaf, ang dami na. But this was 2019 pa. Matagal na po to. Okay? So, ayan, per cup, per tablespoon. Okay, kinosting po natin siya. And then yung brand po, ano po yung mga ginagamit natin. Okay, weight and price. Dati pa po to. So, hindi na po to na-update. But just showing you. And then, pag may recipe, naka-compute na po siya lahat. Per recipe, Braso, Sans Rival, etc. etc. Okay? So, pinagtiyagaan na gawin ang chart na to, 'di ba? Ako lang po 'yan. Okay? Now, okay, so syempre, okay, thank you. Ayan, no, pinost po ng ating admin Hazel yung link to the online calculator. Okay, so hindi ko po nababasa kagad lahat ng comments niyo, but of course, kung meron po silang mga nawala. Okay, sorry. Okay, now, tanong muna. Okay, so baka po may mga questions kayo. Shoot. Okay, it's time for Q&A bago po tayo mag-closing remarks. Okay, so baka po ay may mga katanungan po sila. Let me know. Again, if you wanna join my paraffle at manalo for tonight, please send your selfie while watching this with me on the background. Okay, submit it to our admin Hazel Ramos. Send niyo po yung selfie sa kanya. Magpaparaffle po tayo. Okay, ng ating mga free low-carb baking classes. Yay! Okay, so you can claim it as online or as a demo, yung mga demo events natin, which will be held in Tagaytay and in Bacoor. And even for October, we're gonna post our new schedules as well. Okay, so, ayan, mag-share lang po kayo ng selfie while watching this live broadcast. Okay, so, let's get it on. May mga katanungan po ba sila? So, I'm gonna check also. Baka lang meron po akong hindi na-check. Okay, question po tayo regarding po dito sa topic natin tonight on how to price your LC baked goodies. Okay, so yan po muna yung ating i-address na mga katanungan ngayong gabi. Alright? So, okay, wala pa bang mga tanong? Okay, so kung nakikinig kayo, let me know if you have questions po. Okay? Ay, malinaw daw. Ayan. Sabi ni Jacqueline, malinaw naman at it helps nga na i-excel talaga. Yes, of course. Para madali mo siyang balikan at madali mo ring baguhin just in case po na nagbago na yung costing ng ating mga ingredients. Okay. Starting 130%, well, nasa sa inyo po yun. Okay, yes. Okay na yung 130%. That's multiplying with 2.3%. Okay? So, meron pa pong question sa ating costing for tonight's topic. Ayan. Baka lang po may mga katanungan. Let me know. Okay, so, habang nag-iisip po sila ng tanong, okay, of course, I want to invite everyone to our low-carb baking classes. If you're not based here, kung malayo po kayo, we have ongoing online baking classes, no? More than 14 na po sila, and you can choose any of those, and they are on recorded videos po. And then, of course, we have also mga face-to-face low-carb baking classes, especially ngayong magpapasko. Nako, masarap po mag-promote, magbenta, magtinda, mamigay ng mga healthy and low-carb baked goodies. Ayan. Okay, sabi ni Joy, no, sabi niya, in case we had a mistake in costing, when can we have a price increase to correct the markup? That's a very good question. Okay, so before, of course, pag pin-promote na kasi natin yung presyo natin sa market, okay, ay hindi po talaga madali na bawiin at palitan agad. Okay, unang-una, we don't want to confuse the market. So give it some time, no? Parang at least give it at least 5 to 6 months. Okay? So ako nga, yung price change ko normally after a year pa. So be very careful when you promote your price. Okay? So now, kaya kailangan talaga maging klaro ka na confident ka na doon sa presyo mo. So this is ito yung yun yung importante before ka mag-market talaga. Okay? So, be very sure kasi mahirap po na ngayon ito presyo mo, next week iba na naman, diba? So, normally give it like 5 to 6 months, but for me, it somehow nagiging a year pa talaga bago mag-change ng price. Okay? Sabi ni Teresa, how do you adjust the costing? O yun na nga, if biglaan nagtaas price ng isang ingredient like cocoa powder. Well, for cocoa powder, it's very obvious, no? Sa buong bakers community, no, na talagang nagtaas siya. So, with that, of course, you can adjust na talaga. Like, pwede ka na talaga mag-declare because of the price change, okay? So, at least give it like 1 to 2 months because of the price change. Ito na po yung presyo ng ating mga chocolate-based products. Alright? So, may announcement ka lang talaga and then adjust mo na accordingly doon sa computation mo. Dahil, syempre, hindi natin maiwasan yun na nagbabago bigla. Yun, yung cocoa powder kasi bigla kasi talaga siyang tumaas. No? But I think good thing is, in my case, normally, nung nagkataasan yung cocoa powder na yan, hindi pa rin ako nagtaas. Kasi, hindi naman din lahat ng baked products ko na super mabenta palagi are chocolate-based. No? In my case, it's always the breads. Hindi naman chocolate-based siya. No? So, malakas din talaga sa low-carb community ang mga tinapay. Kaya, the chocolate base is for treats and celebration cakes lang. So, somehow, adjusted ko na yung price doon. Kaya, yun. But then, of course, kung very obvious, like the cocoa powder, sa lahat talaga grabe, no, nagtaas siya, lahat din nagtaas, then just make a formal announcement dahil hindi naman po natin yun mapipigilan. Alright? Okay? So, yun. I hope that answers your question, Teresa. Okay? So, baka po may mga tanong pa sila. So, habang nag-iisip pa po sila ng tanong, okay? Meron din po akong gustong bigay na mensahe. O ayan, bago tayo magmensahe. Okay, nawala ang signal, but of course, you can replay Arlene. Okay, so replay mo lang and then you can watch this again, no? Kasi yan yung percentage markup. Okay, so yan yung equivalent do sa percentage markup, si 2.3 and 3. What if ever hindi nabili lahat at may natira sa isang batch na binig? What do you mean na natira? Ingredients o yung baked products? I think yung baked products, right? So, for example lang, ang ginawa mo ay 2 dozens of donuts, right? And then may natira pa. Is that what you mean, Teresa? No? May natira pa na pambenta. Okay. Of course, consider mo dyan yung shelf life ng products mo. Alright? With low carb, actually, ang storage niya or shelf life niya is 7 to 15 days chilled dahil wala siyang preservative. So, kung sa tingin mo, baked products. Okay, so kung sa tingin mo na you wanted to sell lang within 7 days at may natira pa, it's really up to you kasi pwede mo pa siyang i-freezer. Okay? Kasi yung freezer, although hindi naman nangyayari sa akin yan, i-freezer pa, pwede pa siya 1 month. Basta proper storage. Okay? So, let's just say lang, nagbenta ka in 3 days at may natira pa. And then, of course, I'm safe to say it's 7 days. 7 to 10 days, okay pa yan. Basta, chine-check mo yung item mo, lalo na yung mga low-carb breads, syempre, dapat huwag siya amagin. Nagkakaambag lang kagad kung pinasukan ng moisture, hindi tama yung pag-pack mo ng products, at nainitan siya. Alright? Now, So, in my case, pag may natira pa, at natira pa talaga siya, okay, so, kasama na yun sa marketing strategy ko na i-discount ko siya. Kesa naman, hindi ko siya mabenta. So, meaning, let's say, may batch pa ako natira, okay, di ba ganun din naman yung other bake shops For the next 2 days, 15% off. So, ikaw ngayon makakasabi sa sarili mo na, afford ko ba yung 15% off? Kesa naman hindi siya mabenta. Kesa naman masira siya. Okay? Or you get a free pack of pandesal if you buy 500 pesos or 600 pesos worth of baked goodies sa akin. So, syempre, i-discount mo na siya. Kung lalo na, kung gusto mo na talaga siyang mabenta agad. So, ikaw talaga makaka-determine kung ano yung fastest na mabebenta, lalo na kung nagsisimula ka. And then, ganito rin. Ako kasi, nung nagsisimula pa lang ako, I don't bake a lot. Na hindi ako sure kung mabebenta ko sila. I take advance and paid orders. So, in that way, alam ko, kontrolado ko yung pagbili ko ng ingredients, may pambili na ako dahil binayaran na ako ni customer, at ilan yung gagawin ko. So, nung nagsisimula pa lang ako, magpo-post ako sa page ko, okay, collecting orders for example, Monday ngayon, collecting orders for Wednesday. So, pag nag-collect ako ng orders, payment first policy. Like kung sinasabi sa customer, hindi ko siya magagawa, hindi namin sila ibe-bake kung hindi nagbayad sa cut-off date na ito. Alright? So, dahil nagsisimula pa lang ako, so, kunin ko muna yung bayad. Tsaka hindi rin talaga ako nagbebenta ng wala pang bayad, diba? So, advance orders. If you want to be safe, diba? Pero, syempre, kasama na yung marketing strategy mo. Again, balik tayo sa nagsisimula. Dapat makilala ka muna nila. Okay? So, pwedeng mamigay ka muna ng mga sampler. Diba? Free taste. So, kasama yan sa marketing cost mo. Pero nasa sayo yan. Okay? Para lang ma-announce mo that you're baking low-carb products. So, may pa-freebie ka. Diba? May sampler ka. And then, that's the time you can collect orders. Kasi napatikman mo sa kanila yung ginawa mo. Ay, nako, I'm telling you how many freebies na napamigay ko, diba? And then, dun din alam ko na okay yung ginawa ko or hindi. So, tanong ni Teresa, yes, full payment. Never ako nag-ask ng down payment or reservation. Kaya nga, yung iba na problema, diba? Kina-cancel yung order or nag-reserve lang at 500 pesos, nagpagawa ng cake, tapos kinabukasan, canceled order. Hindi po nangyayari sa akin yun. Because, kung ano yung sinimulan ko na policy for myself, sinusunod ko, fino-follow through ko. So, for me, full payment. Okay? So, pag may nag-order rin sa akin ng cake, meron na po akong set of policies May set na ako na nakalagay, we only accept full payment, blah, 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 blah. Alright? Just to be safe. Okay? Dahil, diba, hindi rin naman cheap ang ingredients. So, kung seryoso sila sa pag-order, then full payment talaga. Made to order. Tawag nga natin. Made to order. Alright? So, baka may tanong pa po kayo? Okay, so, now, ayan, sige. Ito rin po, this is very, very important, which I would like to share with you. Okay. You need to identify your skills and your quality. At the end of the day, yun talaga yung investment at yun talaga yung binabayaran. Your own skill, your quality, yan talaga. So, pag nagsisimula ka pa lang, alam mo yung skill level mo, baka nandito pa lang, 1 or 2. But as you go along, gumagaling ka. So, habang tumataas yung skills mo, yung skill level mo, yung quality mo, then, you'll be confident to price higher. Okay? So, for example, dalawang low-carb stores, diba? Or baked products. Okay? Parehong chocolate chip cookies. Pwedeng ito, 100 pesos, ito 500 pesos. Pero bakit mabenta si 500 pesos? Dahil baka yung ginawa ng chocolate cookies, no, over the years, pwedeng pareho recipe. Pero kasi na-build na niya yung kanyang skills, yung kanyang trust, 'di ba? Trust ng market sa kanya, na-build na niya kasi yun over the years. Kaya kayang-kaya niya magpresyo ng 500 pesos even though pareho kayo ng recipe. Okay? So, yung skill factor, kasali rin yun when you price your products. Right? May tanong, yes, you can replay this video after the live po. Hindi po siya madedelete, nandito lang po siya. Yan. Alright? Now, so, in determining your selling price, okay, gusto ko lang po nga iwan din sa inyo to, which are all very important. So, nilagay ko lang po sa ating yan, presentation material. Okay. Siyempre yung demand. Okay, demand, competition, location, cost, government regulations. So, mga regulation na yan, pricing na yan, katulad ng COCOA nangyari, tumaas. Okay? So, in determining your selling price, you need to understand the demand, your market, your competitors, your location, and other costs as well. Okay? So, again, isa-isahin lang natin quickly. Okay? So, consider do sa ating selling price, sabi natin kanina, the demand. Okay? Of course, aalamin mo yung demand, yung market mo sa area mo. I believe, iba-iba yung lugar natin, di ba? Merong lugar na maraming naglo-low carb, maraming mas may demand talaga. Meron namang lugar na hindi pa masyadong kilala yung low carb. Okay? So, identify mo sa place mo. If you're still introducing pa lang yung low carb breads, syempre, medyo kailangan mo pa ng extra effort to educate the market, 'di ba? Kasi baka mamaya isa ka pa lang or 'di ba, 5 pa lang kayo sa probinsya nyo o sa lugar niyo nakakaintindi ng low carb. Then kailangan gumawa ka ng mga marketing strategies para ma-educate sila. And that happened to me before. 2019, Antipolo. I was in Antipolo. Okay. Hindi pa lahat talaga aware sa low carb and keto lifestyle. So, nakikita lang nila low carb or a healthy bread, they wanna try it. And yes, I received so many negative feedback. Ba't ganito lasa ng tinapay? Bakit ganito to? Bakit hindi masarap? Bakit ganito to? Bakit parang matigas? Bakit etc. etc. Understanding that the market doesn't understand low carb flours, low carb bread. So, ikaw mismo sa sarili mo, alamin mo yung demand. Okay? So, ano yung market mo sa lugar mo? Okay. Second, now that low carb is, na talaga, nagiging, na siya, nakikilala na itong lifestyle na to sa Pilipinas, sa lugar natin, then of course, merong competitors. Now, I'm talking about, understand lang your competition. Of course, di mo sila awayin. Understand your competition. So, if you're starting, then identify sino pa yung mga low-carb bake shops or keto bake shops sa area ko, malapit sa akin, within my location, okay? And then, aralin mo lang magkano nila binibenta yung tinapay nila, magkano nila binibenta yung mga low-carb treats nila, yung cakes nila, and there's nothing wrong with that. Kasi, of course, ikaw mismo, you want to understand kung tama rin ba yung pag-pricing mo, di ba? So, check mo yung competition. Alright? Then, location. Okay, location is also very important. Una, home base ka ba? Will you be starting at home? Okay? So, kung sa bahay ka, of course, kailangan mo ng mga deliveries, diba? Kailangan naintindihan mo rin kung home base ka, online ka, marunong ka ba mag-book ng mga riders, may mga couriers ka ba? Kasi that's how it is already at this time, diba? Or, gusto mo ba, may store ka ba? May storefront ka ba? So, iba rin yung foot traffic. Or, kung home-based ka, pwede rin ba sila mag-walk-in sa'yo? Yung lugar mo ba ay appropriate ba for walk-in or for online deliveries, etc. So, in determining your selling price, kasali rin yung location, di ba? And then, of course, cost. Yan na talaga. Maraming cost talaga. Mag-isa ka lang ba nag-bake? May staff ka ba? Etc. etc. And then, understanding government regulations as well. Kasi if you're gonna run a full-fledged business, then magbabayad ka rin ba? Mag-register ka ba ng DTI mo, ng BIR mo, business permit mo, etc. etc. Kasali lahat yon. Okay? Now, at the end of the day, masasabi ko lang that if you start this, the sooner that you want to start this, kasi gusto mo rin talaga magkaroon ng low-carb bake shop, then better do it the right way, diba? Pero of course, in any business, there are always risks naman. Okay? So, talagang laging may learning curve yan. Pero hanggat hindi ka kasi nagsisimula, hindi mo rin malalaman. Okay? So, now, of course, I'll be closing in 2-3 minutes. Okay? And if you still have questions, you can still ask, no? Because after this live broadcast, it will be still here on our group. So, pag napanood mo at may tanong ka, you can still post your questions here. No problem. Now, we're just here, dito sa Low Carb Bakers PH group, to encourage everyone, no? Na kaya nating mag-bake kung gusto mo, syempre. Baking is a passion kasi, hilig kasi yan. Na kaya nating mag-bake ng low-carb baked goodies. Okay? And I myself am sharing sa ating mga classes, mga practical tips, no, on how to make these low-carb baked items na mas masarap pa, di ba? Kasi, syempre, yung mga high carbs, high sugar, addictive, masarap. Pero we want to convert to a healthier lifestyle. Kaya we're here, including my free recipes and paid classes to support you all so that you can get started in baking low carb. Okay? So, again, I hope na marami po tayong natutunan sa ating live broadcast today. And I hope also that you get to invite your friends also sa group na ito para dumami po tayo. Okay? At syempre, dumami rin yung ma-educate on low-carb baking. Alright? So, kung may questions po sila, you can just, post the questions anytime. And I hope that sa next webinar natin ay magkita-kita ulit tayo. Okay? So, again, thank you so much everyone for watching. No? At ayan, magbababay na ako. Okay, so, again, kung may tanong sila, you can just, communicate with us here through our group. Okay, so, sa lahat po na nag-hi and hello, hindi ko na po mabati lahat isa-isa. Pero, syempre, nagpapasalamat ako for those who took the time to check in and watch our live broadcast for tonight, and I hope na meron din po tayong natutunan, no, sa ating broadcast ngayon. Yes, God bless everyone, and thank you, and stay low carb and sugar free, ha? Okay, so thank you rin sa ating admin, Leia and Hazel. Thank you so much. You can send your selfies sa kanila po, and kung may question then you can always message them as well. They are our, wala pong bayad yan yung mga admin and mods natin, but they've been very supportive and they've been very helpful po para lang talagang mabuo itong Low Carb Bakers group po natin. Okay, so we just started last July, but thank you sa ating mga admins, no, for helping out. Hindi ko po yan kayang mag-isa. Okay, so God bless everyone. Thank you and good night.